All right, let's go ahead and break down this recap here for the Monday and take a look at price action and see what trading opportunities that were in there. And again, continue to use the system that we always talk about. And why we always do these recaps is just to kind of show the price action and how to read it. And hopefully, if you guys have questions or anything, put in the comments, ask. We have a ton of training on the stuff that I do talk about on the channel. And then we do on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we do live TA type action, looking at price action and analyzing the day and setting key levels. So, and also you can go in there, and that's a great place to be asking questions because then you can get interaction right then and there. That does start at 8 Central Standard Time if you wanted to get involved on the live. So let's go ahead and break down. We always are looking at the 15-minute for the setup, and then from there we use the 5-minute for getting into an entry. And those of you that are following and have been involved with the channel, you'll know pretty quick just by looking at the price action that we see sitting here. You can realize pretty fast on the 15-minute that we have the 200 right down here, and we have the 21 the price action is kind of playing with. And if you're watching this, though, we know that if you're between these two moving averages, you're neutral. If you're below, you're bullish, and if you're above, you can be bearish and look for opportunity. So you can see in the morning, this is the price action last 24 hours, so we have that all set. And then from there, we built our key levels. So you can see here's the breakout area up here that have been set. And not spending too much time on this, but we did analyze this last 24 hours and set our key levels from this last 24 hours into for going forward into price action. That way we could take advantage of movement in this. So it's very strategic style trading. That way you can take advantage of the opportunities that are presented. So what we're looking for is it to either break through this purple area or break out of this green area. And then here is your daily support right down here, and right up here is your daily, right up here is your daily resistance. So we're looking for it to take out the breakout areas and then take out the daily support resistance. You can see up here today on the price action, though, when we were analyzing this, they were all matched up. So once they kind of lined up, you know that this is a pretty strong resistance. And what we're looking for, again, is for this to break up and hold and show us that it can run. So let's go ahead and start analyzing a little bit of this. And now that I've kind of explained it. So you might say, hey, well, it broke down out of this purple line. And if you've watched on a lot of recaps, it's 2 candle close, and then you can go to the 5-minute and start looking for an entry. So let's just actually do that. Right up front, there's a red flag for this because it's not checking the boxes. Are we below both these moving averages? We broke out of resistance, and that's still a very strong indicator for us to be able to take trade opportunity. But if you're going to take a short in this area, right now your trade success is less. And the reason why is because of the being in the neutral zone. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this right here. So that way we can go into the 5-minute, because what we're looking for is the break of this area of that purple line, because we're going to come down. Then we need 2 candles, so there's just 2 candles, and then here we are in this candle, and let's go into the 5-minute and see if there's an opportunity to take that short position. So you can see that here's that breakdown we're just looking at on those 15-minute candles. Here's price action right here. Now, if we're going to take an entry, we do get both of the moving averages are we're underneath both of them. They also have cross, so that's a pretty good indication that things could break down. And what we want to see is the stoches down here at the top. If we're going to take a short, we want to see these topped out, so that way they're coming back down. Now, if they're sitting like this, we don't want to get in. That's why you can see this came down and slowed down, and this was coming back up. So now you might be like, okay, well, when do I enter? We enter when it starts to reject. So if you're going to take this trade, it is set up. Everything is set up for it. The 15-minute was already set up. That's what we were just looking at. So you know that's a good to go. Now we're going to go ahead and trade this out wherever you want to, move this out to. We can talk about targets, but what we need to see is happen is it starts to go down and break this daily resistance. Now, this could be your first target to kind of watch, because if it comes down and rejects here, then it'll obviously say the daily is going to hold. That's why we're watching this key level, and it's what we had it marked from the last 24 hours. So this is a strong level for the day too. So you'd be getting in somewhere right here as it rejects, and the first area that you're watching, because you're going to want to watch your trades now, is it needs to clear this level. It needs to take out this bottom. So this might be a flagging pattern that a lot of people you see talk about. This is a bear flag that's being built. If you're looking for a target, this would be kind of what you're looking for, and this to break down, and we'd be looking for it to go around down into this area down here. And that would be a good area for you to look for taking profits, just because that would continuation of this drop. Now you can see what happened is it came down and it tried to break this area, which that's what we would be looking for. And it actually did wick below this area, which means there are people that put their trades on and put a stop right here because they were trying to get ahead of this move up. They put their stops here, and it came and actually took the money from those stops, stopped them out, and then it started to go back up. Now, one thing I want to point out is going back out to this 15 minute, we're in between these areas. So this is a neutral zone. So for me, I would say, hey, why trade this? Because I want to see it below these two moving averages. So right now, what you see happening is exactly why I'm pointing out that 15 minute again, is because this came down and bounced and started to reclaim the area that it was in the morning. And that's why I'm pointing out the 15 minute. That's critical, something to pay attention to. Now, the guy that got in and then got out right here using our 21, he would have more likely got out depending on where you entered, depending on where that happened. You would get out at either a neutral or a little bit of profit. The trade, obviously, at that point, you would want to stay caution because this should have been the breakdown. It wasn't. It bounced right here. So now you need to really go back out and say, hey, are you really going to commit here, or are we going to run back up? Well, this is where you can be patient. You can see that it started to reclaim. At that point, if you're saying, hey, well, if you're calling out, you could have got it here, when would you get back in? When it broke this area right here. I needed to commit down here now. So I'd be watching for this type of trade at this point. Let's make it safe and go back up above the breakout. And I'd be looking more for this type of option in a trade. I want to see this break down, back test this area, and continue down if I was going to get in. That's what I'd be looking for after losing this. So for clarity, if we are trading that. If you come back here, though, yeah, you can see that the 5 minute recovered, then it came back up, started to break out. Here you're in the late evening, so for myself, you're not going to trade any of that action. And this is why I was talking about the neutral state. Price action the rest of the day kind of just went sideways. And now we're moving into Tuesday, in which now we're going to have to move all these levels over, mark up the charts again, and get ready for this trading day. So that's about it, guys, for a recap. Hopefully I explained quite a bit of detail for you. Like I said, join the live if you have any questions. You can ask questions there. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 8 Central Time. But other than that, guys, we will see you in the next recap. Talk to you soon.